Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Jennie Walker, and welcome to Closet Conversations. What's up with WhatNot? Let me tell you, something's hit a certain plateau when you hear about something that other people have known about for like months and years. But the WhatNot auction-style selling app is causing quite a stir and buzz in the reselling community. And there is a such thing as the reselling community, which I didn't know existed when I only sold on eBay. But when I started selling on Poshmark, that's when I realized there was a community, there was an organization, people were getting together, and it was really, really cool to learn there's community. But like any community, where there's a community, there's opinions and different ways of doing things. And so let's talk about WhatNot. So if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know I'm a straight shooter. I'm from Texas. We're straight shooting out there. Don't pull any punches. Don't sugarcoat anything. But let's talk about WhatNot and what's going on. And I know just enough to do this podcast about what's going on because I'm focused on something completely different and changing my whole reselling game. So here's what I know. I heard about WhatNot on, some sort of, I heard about it on a stories. I heard about it on a stories, a Breezy Von Breezy story, if you know who that is. She's a wonderful vintage reseller in the community and super funny, and just she needs her own comedy show. But she has a lot of stories and daily updates about what she does. I think that's where I first heard about it. And so I was checking it out, and I had heard of some other auction sites, and a number of people had approached me at my consignment shop, Viden Luxury Consignmnet. I get approached all the time about getting involved in things, and most of it I just ignore. But other companies who do auctions have approached me, et cetera. So I was sort of thinking about auctions, but I hadn't heard about this one. And so what I learned in sort of starting to follow what was happening with WhatNot, I only followed for days what was going on and saw 3 YouTube videos to get the idea. So not a lot of time put into it, but apparently, here's the deal. It's a really unique and creative way to do live selling, much like a QVC. You have to, on this app, WhatNot, you must create your own audience and create your own following. And so the hub about it is that there is a way that you can help people get onto the platform, like there's an affiliate link or affiliate code, whatever you want to call it, and they pay a lot. They'll pay $200 to you if you refer someone as a seller that ends up selling and starts using the platform. So it's what is called is a customer acquisition cost. This is what it's called in business, customer acquisition cost. Every business has it. In this case, they are willing to pay you $200 if you can get someone on that site who'll start selling and actually does some selling. So that's what the hubbub is about, is that it's a very high customer acquisition cost with this platform and referral fee, and with the link, which supposedly will help you get on the site faster using a link. Who knows? I'm not there. Is that some people might think others are not worthy of that $200 and they have an advantage because they have a large following, whatever. So that's the scoop. I don't care about any of that. I joined WhatNot because I had joined this other site, which I'm not going to get about in today because I'll do a whole podcast on another selling site that's not focused on what this is. It's more focused on luxury. So I have an affiliate link and I have a referral code. Like if you want to be a buyer, you can get each person gets $10 if someone uses it, which I have I've done. I've used my $10 already on 2 accidental purchases on the site. It's very, very touchy on there. Like I accidentally bought 2 things, ended up using my coupon, didn't even know it. But anyway, sidebar. But anyway, that's the deal, is that whether or not you think someone's worthy or not. I mean, and that's just out there, and that's what the deal is. And so I think the way to think about it is this is a very small community, and it's a very vocal community and a very opinionated community. My attitude is there's a customer acquisition fee this company is willing to pay, and as many people as I can find to join WhatNot now that I've joined, I'm going to do it and get them selling, because if it's working for me, hope it'll work for Ben. And if it's a referral fee, hey, why not? Another stream of income for my business. That's how I look at it. How you feel about that, who you want to, like, deem your $200 to, if, you know, I mean, that's up to you. Choose whoever you want or choose no one and sign up on your own. But that's the deal. It's out there, and I just wanted to mention it. Regardless of that, I went ahead and joined. I used a code of someone I had no idea who they were. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. I was able, with the help of some friends of mine, find an anonymous person with which to join, which I did. So I wasn't picking anyone that I even knew when I joined. So someone's going to, you know, hopefully get $200 when I start selling. So I did that, signed up. I got asked to be in this, you know, this group where you get your introduction before you start selling. I mean, I think they got in touch with me within a week and a half, maybe. If it was 2 weeks, I'd be surprised. Maybe a week and a half. And so I applied. I was told I could sell on the site. I've been through my mini training, so to speak. And my first show is tomorrow. And tomorrow that would be Pacific time. That's going to be Saturday. And I'm going to look it up because I got the WhatNot on my phone. It's going to be Pacific time on Saturday, and let's see when my show starts. I have to actually look it up. 5 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, July 8th, if you'd like to check out my show. It is under my name, Jennie Walker, rather than JennieGir. And I did that because I will be doing auctions of things, not only that are part of the JennieGir's Closet inventory, but also my consignment shop. So I have gone to the clearance rack, my consignment shop, and pulled off all the great stuff to see if I can't come up with some really unique and interesting pieces for auction. I have no idea how this is going to go. There's no way I'm starting out anything at $1. It's too good. This stuff's too good for that. And so we'll just see how it goes. I do know the other online auction site that I've been doing, the live selling app. I mean, I did it today. I made 2 sales totaling over $800, a pair of Givenchy shoes and Bottega Veneta vintage bucket bag. The first time I did it, I got a $5 tip and sold a belt for like $175. And the first time the rep did it in my store, she sold $3,200 worth, and then there was an after-the-fact sale of like $150. So that's very promising. I do have luxury items, so I don't know how this is going to translate into WhatNot, but I have tons. The reason I wanted to sign up is because I have a problem I need to solve. And my problem is, much like so many other people, I have too much inventory that I've never listed, period. I have stale inventory that has never sold. And I'm also transitioning from full-time in consignment and reselling to more of my time in styling in Hollywood, doing styling shoots and providing things for that, and doing rental of my couture vintage collection, which I've signed to a rental house, and they have promised to be on this show with me, and we'll get into that. So I'm really moving from reselling and consignment into a small portion of my business, consignment, and then moving into more reselling and couture, high-end, unique vintage that can be sold and rented for red carpet, TVs, movies, editorial shoots, and things like that. So my whole life is shifting, which is why I don't really care too much about what's going on in the reselling community and whatever the drama is, because I care enough to hear about it and to mention it, but I'm not focused on it, and I don't think anyone else should be either. The key here is there's a new platform out there that can potentially give you a new income stream. It has done it for my store. As a matter of fact, I have used some of the women who represent the high-end online selling show, Covet by Christos. They have sold thousands, tens of thousands of dollars worth of inventory from my store through that platform. And I didn't have to be on it. They've got a whole built-in audience. And so the live selling is hot. It's the future. I agree with it. I've seen it. I've seen the results in my store. I've seen the dollars. And so I'm personable enough and outgoing enough. I've been told that I should be doing live selling, and I've avoided it. You don't see me. You don't see my face on YouTube. You barely see it on Instagram. I have avoided the camera ad nauseum, but I'm not avoiding it anymore. And so the 2 live selling shows, which were quite a shock. The first one, I was mentally, utterly exhausted, and it just was so draining to be focused and on and in the moment. The second one that I did today was much more relaxed. And what's interesting is I made so much more money, and I wasn't even trying as hard. And I think getting over that hump and getting over that fear, is super important, and something that once you can relax into it and just, tell people what you have and kind of not be so freaked out about it, I think it's going to help with selling. So for WhatNot, if you go to my Instagram, which is Jennie Girls Closet, JennieGirlsCloset on Instagram, and go to the link in my bio, it takes you to a link tree. If you want to get a $10 off shopping coupon for the app, feel free. If you want to apply as a seller, feel free. It's all up there for you. What I do want to talk about now is I've actually been using the app. So I've been watching a lot of people's shows, all the usual suspects like Nicole State, Empty Hanger, just to name a few, like off the top of my head. And it's so great to kind of see how these people are using the app. Some people have these numbers you can buy off of Amazon, which I have done and use them in my show today, numbers to help you, number your items. It's really interesting to see how people do trial and error and how they lay it out. So I've been watching other people to see what did they wear, what did they say, how much did they start their auction for. There's like a function on the app where you can either, like if someone bids at the last few seconds, it will extend the auction, and then if someone else bids again, it will extend the auction. So I watched on Nicole State's one of her lives, I think last night, where something sold for like $93, and I watched the bid, and it just kept extending. I saw that in a couple of pieces that went really high. So that's a feature you can choose to extend the auction if you get a bid at the end for more or not. And watching her do it, I'm like, well, yeah, absolutely. If it's that enough interest in it and that hot, absolutely. So it was good to see that feature and how it was working for her. Some people do they don't do an auction. They do what's called, just like you would on YouTube, like a haul video. And during my onboarding, I asked, I said, how do you feel about these types of videos where people aren't actually selling in a regular way, and maybe they have like buy it now things in their storefront, and they're just doing a chat or an unboxing and things like that, or they're doing a live selling. People are like literally going through the Goodwill saying, who wants to auction this off, let me know, and they'll do it literally live in the store. It's like having a personal shopper running around the thrift shop for you. And I saw that, and they said they thought it was great. They were fine with it. So, the Poshmark community is pretty creative. They're going to do all kinds of fun things with this app. Now, it didn't start off with the categories for fashion and vintage. It's a new category over the last several months, I think, or maybe 6 months. The app started off selling, like collectibles and things like that. And they have a very heavy male audience and focus and sellers. And so, women, I think, are now, it's our time to shine, right? To get up there and have our shows. You do need to build your own audience. And what's interesting is that this other app I've been using, again, which I'm not going to tell you about yet, they have like a built-in audience. So the way they promote on that app, I had 1,800 people watching me my first show, and about the same amount my second show. I've seen people with 5,000 and 6,000 people watching. And the girl who was the host for my show, the first one we ever did in my store, had like 2,000 or 3,000 people watching. So that's a different platform. On WhatNot, you have to create your own audience. And so I have no expectations for my first show other than to do it, through it, see what happens. There is incentive for you to sell a lot of items so you get paid faster. Like if once you've sold 1,000 items, there's a threshold to where you get paid once you like scan your item, whereas now you've got to wait a number of days after it ships to get paid. So there's an incentive to go on there and sell a bunch of stuff real quick. And I've got thousands of items I could sell. I mean, you have no idea. My apartment knows, and people who know me know, but like I've got thousands and thousands of pieces of inventory readily available for selling. And so I will try this out. We will see how it works for me. I will see if it's a promising form of revenue. And I do think it's going to do well for me because I have a lot of really trendy pieces which seem to go well. My thing is I'm not interested in a dollar auction. I'm not interested in giving it away. So if I can, get $8, which is the equivalent of selling it on Poshmark for $10, like if $10 is my minimum, so like in my mind, like, okay, I started at $8, I'll feel good about that for some of the lower end pieces. The higher pieces like Kate Spade handbags and things like that. I've got Cole Haan shoes in my store. I will not be starting those at $10 because I'm not going to risk it, but I will do some things pretty low. I'm going to have some giveaways. That seems to be a thing. I'm giving away a heart bag that like a crossbody faux leather heart bag with like silver hardware on it is a giveaway. So part of the incentive is to give away free things. I don't know enough about the app to figure out how to do gift with purchase yet, but I'll get there. But I'm just going to have fun with it. So I just wanted to bring this up really quick in case you wanted to check it out, in case you wanted to know more about WhatNot, the website, WhatNot.com, just like it says, if you want to, sign up through my Instagram, because you've got to download the app and create an account in order to see what's going on there. So you're going to have to sign up, so you might as well get $10 anyway. And you can always sign up and then later apply to be a seller if you don't want to directly apply. So that's what's going on with me. What's up with WhatNot is it's the latest, hottest way to sell. I think there's a lot of promise to it. My experience with seeing how this works has been really eye-opening. It has forced me to get out of my comfort zone and to get in front of the camera and to pull out the makeup and just do it. And other than being mentally exhausted after it, because you really have to be on, I'd say it's worth it. It's been worth the investment that I've put into it. And that's it. That's what's up with WhatNot. So thanks for listening. If you've got any questions, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. Always love hearing from everybody, and people do reach out to me a lot on Instagram. Like, just a sidebar is this lovely woman is like, I'm in Paris with my sister, and we just bought this vintage Moschino jacket that we love. Can you tell us when it's from or how old it is? I mean, how cute was that? So I told them what I knew. So anyway, so that's it. I'll have some future episodes sooner rather than later. Apologize for the long absence, but just been focused on work and transitioning my business. And so that will be a whole other big reveal when I tell you what's actually going on behind the scenes. So many things I haven't even told you. So we'll be talking about that very, very soon. So thank you for joining me. This is Jennie Walker with Closet Conversations, and I look forward to having you with me on a future episode.